Hello everyone. Apologies that we were quite late. Yeah, I've been a little bit busy with stuff. Mostly lots of airbrushing. So yeah, we got a little bit late sorting food out. But we're here. We are also queer, and I should imagine everyone's pretty much used to it by now. Yes, we are here, and for the whole month of June, we are going to be supporting the Fabulous Marines Initiative for Pride Month. It is a fantastic initiative started by a few content creators here on Twitch. It also includes lots of content creators on YouTube as well, where we all paint up something Warhammer related in fabulous pride colours to make an amazing parade to help raise a little bit of money for the Trevor Project, which is a mental health hotline in America specifically for LGBT youth. And as everyone who might be aware of the LGBT situation in America at the moment knows, it's pretty bloody necessary currently. So yes, if you could by all means help us reach our goal of $10,000 by the end of the month, that would be fantastic. And look at what the other creators have done so far. Absolutely smashing it. We're 8 days into June and already we're halfway there. That's fucking phenomenal, to put it bluntly. So hopefully, with the support of amazing members of the community like yourselves, we can do this. And it's going to be great. And we're actually going to be painting up my entry for the parade today, as chosen by you lovely people. I'm going to have a quick drink, I'll get on with the announcements, and then we'll get stuck into it. I do want to give a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon, so big thank you, Lorna. Your support is greatly appreciated and allows me to continue to do weird and wonderful things like turn this 3D printed Commisar into a Commisar riding a motherfucking unicorn. We're going to be talking a bit more about that in a moment. Other announcements. We are still working in the background to get the 3D print shop sorted out. I know I wanted to get that going live and make a big announcement about it this week. I'm giving myself to the end of next week to get it going. At the very latest. Ideally, though, it's going to be up and running sooner than that. We're just having to sort a whole bunch of stuff out with like creating listings and things, and it's yeah, all that wonderful stuff. As well as that, my erstwhile partner Ember Does a Thing. She is, of course, still providing her miniature painting handles. She has gone live on her Etsy store, creating the handles themselves, which are magnetized at both ends, come in a number of different grip styles, come with a couple of little resin pucks, which are actually really super handy for painting up tiny, tiny things, again, all fully magnetized, as well as a couple of these wooden pucks as well. I think it's 3. I think you get 3 in a pack with a handle, and then you can buy them separately as well, like packs of 3 at a time. So if you want to go check her Etsy out, I would recommend it. Definitely recommend it. Like the one I've got that I was showing off there is a little bit of a proof of concept one. The ones that she has made are actually a lot better. So yeah, that is a thing. We are going to be doing some sponsored streams soonish. I just need to work a few things out first. I'll be able to announce a bit more about that closer to the time. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to crack on and we're going to have a good time painting up a fabulous Commisar. Oh, one other thing I wanted to announce, and this is more for the benefits of people in my Discord, but there's a possibility I might be doing something special just for the people in my Discord pretty soon. So people might want to stay tuned for that. But yes, we had a bit of a community poll. We had it between two different miniatures as to which one we were going to paint up for my Fabulous Marines Pride Parade entry, and this is the one that won out. It is a 3D printed Commisar on Death Corps of Krieg Commisar on horseback. Originally, the horse was a little bit on the blank side, a little bit on the kind of featureless side. So I went and added some bits just for the occasion. Went and added an amazing little tail, a flowing mane, and unicorn horn, all out of green stuff. So this is effectively had a bit of custom conversion work done to it. So whoever is going to win this when it gets auctioned off on eBay is definitely in for a bit of a treat. So, first things first, I think I want to do that coat. And I think I want to do it in some colour shift paints. I did decide he's going to be Commisar Joseph with his Technicolor shift coat of many, many colours. Mostly because it was the gayest thing I could think of at the time. And because the colour shift paints tend to work best over black, that's what we're going to start off with. Just some black. So I know it feels like it's kind of defeating the purpose a little bit, but trust me when I say this is going to work quite nicely. And actually, the more I think about it, the more I realise it might be better if I just use Black Templar, because I did do a zenithal highlight, so it might pick up a little bit better and would still get the colour shift effect. Now that's me thinking. Which I know is dangerous. I probably shouldn't be doing too much of that. So I think we're going to work with quite a lot of Black Templar there. And if we add a couple of drops of contrast medium, just so it lays on nice and smooth, doesn't dry super weird. About 3 drops should do it. That feels like a good ratio. Now I'm just going to get this size 6 sable haired brush. We'll give that a good mix up. Could probably stand to add a bit more contrast medium to that actually, so I'm going to add another drop or two. Okay, and I'm just going to start brushing that all over that coat. I'm going to allow the zenithal highlight to still shine through, so we still got those natural highlights. And to be honest with you, so far, this isn't too different to how I would probably actually paint it. Like, if I were being at least semi-serious about this, because with the Commisar having black coats anyway, this feels like the best way to simulate that. Oh, to be honest with you, because I'm still sort of butterflying from one project to another with regards to 10th edition 40k. I am thinking if I just work on like a load of little combat patrols, that kind of fulfills most of my desires. So who knows? I might end up doing a little combat patrol of guardsmen. Mostly because, again, I want to make some Praetorian guards, in which case I'd probably end up doing... I'd probably reprint the same Commissar. I'll just do the coat in red. Whoa, okay. There we go. Get back up there, you. And I think for the sake of easiness, we'll also go over the frills around the shoulders, because we can always paint those back up later. For now, I just want that nice, fairly well detailed black over the top, because it's going to take the color shift paints so much nicer once it's done. I am also aware it's kind of going to end up looking like a bit like a holographic raincoat, which honestly I'm not upset about, because I think that's kind of neat. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. I'm just going to pop that over there because I'm probably not going to need that now. But we'll see. I'm also trying to think how best to deal with the horse's skin, because that's probably going to be my next bet, my next thing to work on. Because I feel like if I work on the things that have the biggest, if I work on stuff that's got to have like the biggest surface areas first, then that works quite nice. So I'm thinking if we take a similar kind of approach we take a similar approach, and what we'll do is we'll make a bit of a mix with some Apothecary White. So same process as just now. That's not Apothecary White. That is, there we are. Give this a damn good shake, because this is one of those paints that really, really wants to settle at the bottom. So let's chuck another drop of that on there. Ooh, no, I've just I think I know what I want to do. Let's make a little bit of a mix. I'm thinking Apothecary White, little bit of Talosar Blue. Because I've used a kind of like dark blue undercoat before I then hit it with the zenithal highlights. I still kind of want some of that to show in the recesses, and it just adds some nice sort of bright pop of colour. Right, so I'm going to mix that up. And we'll see how that looks. And ooh, okay. Well, that's an interesting colour. That Talosar Blue's like almost completely taken over the Apothecary White there. I only wanted it to be just sort of like a little bit of a... like a little bit of a hint. Like a blue grey with a little bit of a hint of blue, but no, that's clearly had other thoughts. So we'll add a couple more drops of Apothecary White back in, see how this changes it. Not by a massive amount. We'll add another 3 drops of Apothecary White. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think if I thin that down with some contrast medium, then it's going to be pretty much how I want it to be. Okay, let's dab most of this off. And let's start applying this and see how we go. See, I actually think I've thinned this down way too much. I suspect that's the influence of the Apothecary White more than anything, really. There we are, to do his little horsey ears. His little horsey face underneath the gas mask there. There we go. Wait. Oh, that was loud. Hey, Ramius, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow, that's greatly appreciated. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We are just painting up our entry for the Fabulous Marines Pride Parade. To help raise a bit of money for the Trevor Project. And we're just painting up this 3D printed horsebound Commisar. As chosen by our viewers in the Discord. And currently I'm just getting a bit of base coating and early base coating and shading down on certain areas. Just over the top of a zenithal highlight. There we are, because I think I'm going to be going for like a white horse. The question is, do I do the main all-in-one solid colour, or do we try and blend together some of the different colours of the pride flag? That's going to be a question. Oh! Hey, Ramius. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, that's greatly appreciated. Oh, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Zambies! Hi! Oh my good God, how are you, lovely? Oh, it's going alright, thank you. Only just got started, really, so we're still pretty early on into it. Mostly trying to decide now, because believe it or not, even though we've got the blue over the top, that's just for shading more than anything else. We're going for like a white horse, and I'm trying to decide whether or not to do the mane in either like a nice rich purple, or do we do it in different colours of the pride flag, so sort of like a rainbow kind of effect. We are also going to be doing some colour shift paints over the top of the coat. I'm just waiting for that black Templar to finish drying first. Want to keep the fabulous marine train rolling after Zambi's raiding me this afternoon, so here you go, more Fab Folks the charity. Oh, fantastic, thank you! Oh, it's greatly appreciated. I think one thing I do want to do, whilst I'm waiting for all that to dry, is we'll do the prismatic effect on the power sword. I think it's going to be the best way to go for it. Hard choices both would be cool. Okay. Could potentially put it up to a vote, see what people think. Most like to do my dad duty, get out a rough afternoon this afternoon school. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope Art of B2 Lurk. What? Either way. I hope your kiddo gets better soon. Sorry to hear they've had a bad day at school. And yes, I am more or less lifting the Power Sword recipe wholesale from Rogue Hobbies, Louise's recipe, but only because I want to give it a go. Like, I've been excited to try it ever since I saw the video. Which is why the other choice in my Discord when I put the poll up originally was a old school Rogue Trader era Rainbow Warrior. But in the end, Commisar Joseph and his Technicolor Shift Dreamcoat won out. Oh! Whoa, okay, what? Thank you for the raid brush for hire. Holy crap. Thank you so much. Welcome, Raiders. And thank you for the follow, Bone Shooter 87. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you for the follow, Indigo Cat, Akiko. Apologies if I'm butchering your Twitch handles. And I do sincerely apologise that I effectively have my alerts going twice over. That's kind of the effect of using stream elements to help show off the alerts for the Pride Parade side of things, whilst still having my own alerts active because I use the sound alert stuff. Ah, thank you. I have to deal with Brush list. Brush says we're your problem now. And what a fantastic problem to have. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow, Lady Kachara. How are you figuring it all out? Great to see you. They don't know. What? What don't I know? Should I be worried? Maybe into like my stream where they are really, really nice and everyone else is. Oh. Thank you for the follows, Where's Beef, and thank you for the follow figuring it all out. Be afraid, be very afraid. I mean, it's gonna take a lot to faze me. Oh dear, dear. That's annoying, just waiting for that one little pool of contrast paint to dry. I think what we'll do as well is we'll get working on the combination cap. Fear is very warranted. Is it though? Streamers in owl full of out of control degenerates. So it's no different than normal then. Thank you for the follow, King Dixon Balls. Love it. Thank you. We 3D printed it when we first got the 3D printer. It will be available on our 3D print store when it goes live. But you can pick it up from my mini factory, I do believe. It's either that or Cult 3D. I'd have to ask Ember, does the thing. Sophie, this is Azura talking to you. Azura talking to you, you should be very afraid. Alright. Prove me wrong. Oh, thank you all so much, though. This is brilliant. We're going bright pink. And I mean, like, bright, hot pink. Dances the beat in the office chair. Nice. Oh, wow. Okay. It's great to see you all here. It really is. Is it going to match the rest of the uniform? No. Is it going to look amazing and fabulous? Heck yes. Like, I kind of want this mini to be borderline an eyesore by the time I'm done with it. But in the best possible way. I hear my music, I have Queen blasting the room. Good choice. It's like a Headless Horseman sort of mini or something else. No, it is a Deathcore of Krieg Commisar on horseback. Mostly just because I figured I had no idea how else to really paint this mini when we printed it. And I just kind of had this idea of, wouldn't it be more amazing if it was riding a unicorn instead? So it is, thanks to some very, very rudimentary green stuff work. That's the hat on top, and thought it was like a fancy neck collar sort of deal. I mean, he does have that as well. It's just his head's kind of like squished into it. Got a raid and run around. Have a great stream. You too, Brush for Hire. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you had a wonderful time. Sorry I didn't really get to ask what you were working on. It was the same with Ramus as well. Who knows? Maybe I might catch him when he comes back. Brush is working on a Kickstarter piece. Ooh, now that's fancy. Got a little bit of that magenta on the collar by accident there, so just go back over that with some Black Templar. Leaving the trim, because I don't quite know what I'm going to do with that yet. Might do that in gold still, but for now we'll leave it as is. Ooh, but the temptation to do the inside of the coat in the magenta is pretty high, I'm not going to lie. So, F it, I'm going to. Because who's going to stop me? I feel like a little bit of colour coordination is always warranted. Some hidden magic within the cuts. I mean, that just phrasing it like that just makes it sound like something you could get arrested for, and I'm not here for that. No, the magic in the coat is going to be very in your face. There's going to be nothing hidden about it. As I say, I'm just waiting for the contrast paint to dry first. And then we get to have some fun with it. What was that about me being afraid of you lot? Oh, okay. I'm starting to think maybe the paint on the inside there isn't quite fully dry yet. Thought it was. Ah, god damn it. Actually, that's not too bad. I can live with that. Especially considering, again, we might be doing the mane of the horsey in purple anyway. I feel like this might be a nice colour to use for some of the highlights for that. Not a problem at all. Hope your dinner's good. Was a 2-day for migrants eating is meant for your best. Oh, sorry to hear that. I'm prone to migraines myself, especially if I've had not very good sleep. So you have my sympathies there. Used to be a lot worse with them when I was a lot younger. These days I just get them every so often. But yeah, 4 days of them? Oof, no good. Deflect the pain with humour so it's all good. Ah, fair enough. Oh. So, divided by 9, divided by 9, almost 3, yes.
Soon debited by 9.
Yeah.
Almost 3 years.
Wow. Thank you for the resub there, Nash. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you're doing well, dear. And yeah, it's been a crazy amount of time. It'll be my third year being affiliate come August. That's what, like 2 months away. Weird to think about. How have you put up with me? Very easily. I mean, I could ask you the same thing, really. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in love with how this is turning out already. It's amazing. Genuinely actually looks kind of brilliant. Right, okay, I think we'll do another quick coat. Another quick coat of white over the blade of that power sword. Get it as clean as we possibly can for the glazes that are going to go over the top of it. Okay. Luckily, though, I think it looks like the contrast paint's dry on the skin of the horse for the most part, so I can probably make a start on that. It's cuddle time with the putty cat. Oh, brilliant! I can't wait for you to pay the cat tax then. For the uninitiated, the cat tax is effectively where anyone who has a pet cat, or more specifically Nash at the very least, has to post pictures of them in the Discord on a relatively daily basis. It's a bit like the troll toll, but fluffier and more adorable. There we go. A little bit of wolf grey. Now that I think about this, it's going to be a bit tricky to do because, yeah, the sort of definition in the horsey's muscles is definitely there, but it is just sort of like all smooth. So I'm not like 100% certain how best really to approach this. But I guess we'll figure it out. Back with food. Yay, glad to see you. Hi, Ember. Cat tax has been done. Now my part of the cat tax begins. Oh, that's easily done. I'm sure we've got some pictures of Oscar that I can throw in quite happily. Cat tax, yes. We have a section of our Discord dedicated to us just sharing pictures of our pets. So if anyone has a cat, they must pay the cat tax. which is to just post a picture of your cat, so we can all gush over it. Like I said, it's like the troll tool, but more wholesome. I told you that I was picking up cycling again on my first crash and my knee hurt. Oh, sorry to hear that. Oh dear. I'm glad it's only your knee that hurts.
We're here for the cult stuff.
Oh. Thank you for the resub, Ember does a thing. 5 months? Wow. Has it really been 5 months? What? What even is time? Stupid one as well. Had to do a 90-degree low speed turn for a traffic light, failed to unbuckle my shoe from the pedal. Smacked the... Oof. Yeah, that's nasty. Sorry to hear that. I was thinking maybe I should have used like just a lighter blue for my mid-tone instead of immediately going into wolf grey. I think maybe it might have shown up a bit better, but we'll see. We'll run with it. Best thing we can do at the moment. Yesterday still did a 40-kilometer ride today because you're stubborn. That's fair enough. That sounds like something I would do, to be fair. Also, yes, I need to pay the cat tithe, don't I? Okay. I can imagine so. Hope you've got good weather for it. It's been weird over here. Been fully expecting it to be... Ooh. New people in the Discord, yay. There we are. Aw, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Been getting 25 to 30 degrees Celsius here this weekend. Yeah, it's been on and off storms today, which has been kind of needed, to say the least, because it has genuinely, like, it's genuinely felt like it would help clear the air a little bit. It's been that sort of weird, muggy mix of pressures today. So it wasn't unwelcome, to say the least. Hobby stuff this weekend, gonna beat up a mate of mine all weekend with Star Wars Legion. I'm glad you clarified there. That would have been a little concerning otherwise. But yes, cat tax! I love this one. This one from earlier today. Just liquid. Melty cat. Oh. Oh, she's still so young and already mastering the death glare. Oh, so snuggly. Oh gosh, our little fair baby, Oscar. Just being adorbs as always. Oh. Oh my word! There's little toe beans. Yes, we have just the one fair baby. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, he's like 10 or 11 years old and doesn't get along with other animals in his space. So, probably not going to be able to introduce another cat to him, I don't think, as much as we want to. Freya, my cat's becoming a large, like, proper long girl. She is! She's grown so fast. Like, seriously, look at her. She's a noodle cat. And yes, that's the same one that Ember posted. Oh. Sadly, he's not allowed in this room because he likes being on really high places. So has on a number of occasions climbed to the top of my shelves there and knocked all my minis off, and it's just nah. It's not good. Ah, wrong one. There we are. Look at those 3 pics again. It's 3 pictures within 10 seconds. Oh wait, what? Started with belly rubs, ended with noms. Oh, those are the best kind. Oh, oh, look at it. Look at that. Oh. House flippering QHD is fun. I can imagine so. Not at all jealous. The Oscar meow a lot at the door with the hopes of being let in. Only if he wants feeding. Otherwise, he has been known on occasion to just chill out outside the door. Like, I've quite often opened that door to find him just curled up in front of it. More often than not, he's usually in Ember's room when she's on her PC doing gamings. Because he likes sitting on top of the PC tower and occasionally threatening to turn it off. Praise of this 7 weeks tomorrow feels like she was always here. Absolutely to pieces. Chatting cat to them as well. Aww. My defense, the QHD ultra-wide 33-inch monitor was needed for 3D printing business reasons. Yes, totally. Pretty cat absolutes the cuddle when I'm hobbying. Might have a pick of it in 1 sec. Oh, brilliant. Love it. Like, I'd love to have him here in the hobby room. He just can't be trusted, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I probably could have done with working up to this colour instead of just going straight into it, but in my defense, I wanted to at least work up to a bright white instead of just going straight all in with the titanium white. This reminds me of a TikTok I saw of someone's cat jumping on the computer tower, push the off button. I want to proceed to gingerly put the cat in the trash bin for laughs. No yelling, no anger, just done. Thing with Oscar, he doesn't jump up onto it to turn the power button off. He's usually just like curled up, quite comfortable on top of it. And because the power button is on the top, like on the top strip of it, he'll just put his paw out and just dunk. PC, go off now. You pay me attention. Luckily, you can't do that to mine because the power button's on the side. Long for the day my own therapy, but at last I must wait. Aww. It's worth it. It's well worth the wait. I waited for a very long time myself. Spent a long time just living vicariously through other people's, through other friends and family who had their own. And now I have my girlfriend's cat who's basically adopted me. It's really as simple as that. Like, I haven't claimed him, he's adopted me. I want to make sure to spoil the hell out of them. Oh, definitely. Thing is, though, cats are a great one to start with anyway, because they're relatively, not exactly low maintenance, but they can, for the most part, look after themselves. I think I can potentially get away with this if I just use this as an opportunity to just sort of like sketch in some of the brighter highlights. I can maybe fade in. I can maybe work down into a slightly darker color, yeah, maybe a slightly. Ooh, Baharoth blue might work quite nicely. Actually, there's an idea. And I think that is dry enough now that I can possibly get away with applying the colour shift paints over the top. So we'll do that in a moment or two. Yeah, if I just take this approach of sort of like just creating a little bit of a quick value sketch, I think will work quite nicely. I think for a cat breed I would want a Maine Coon, just a big snuggle bug. Oh, I do like the really big fluffy ones. I don't quite know the names of them. Not really fantastic with the cat breeds. Dog breeds I'm much better with. But then again, here in the UK, we don't really have many varieties of cat breeds as such. That most of them are just British short hairs. With a couple of, like, out there exceptions. Oh. Hey, thank you for the follow, Jagatai Khan. Oh my god, we have a legit Primarch following us. Oh dear. At least it's one of the better ones. Just want a leopard, is that too much to ask? I mean, a domesticated fox. Yes, please. If I could have any pets that's probably not really a pet material, it would probably be either that or a penguin. Having said that, there used to be a viewer of the channel who, I've not seen in a while now, actually, who either did or does still have their own little pet hedgehog. And oh my god, that's so cute. Imagine it costs an arm and a leg to have another type of breed shipped over, right? It depends. Yes, there are some sort of pedigree breeds for cats, but because they'll breed with anything, most cats in this country are just they're just moggies. They're just moggies. Cats that's either a breed or from the garbage. They'll still run the household. Yes, so true. I mean, Oscar's not quite a bin cat because my girlfriend Ember, she rescued him before he was thrown out into the garbage by a family that didn't quite know how to look after him. But considering he has this habit of rooting through bins trying to get leftover food, he acts as though he is. Cat I have is half garbage, half Bengal. Oh, actually that makes so much sense. She does have the look of a Bengal about her. Might explain her length as well. Because they're pretty long cats. Hoppy Prode. She's such a cutie, but long. Yep. And she's not even stopped growing yet, either. Spelling out Hannah Montana correctly helps with the joke. Oh, bless. Almost as big as Lucky was at her old age. Oh, wow. Was that the name of your most recent cat, was it? But happy Pride to you too, Armand. Is this the last stream pre-Poppy 2? It is. Oh, once again, missed a little bit with some contrast paint, so I'm just going to quickly go into that. Just a little portion there around the sleeve of the coat. Lucky was the one that died 2 years ago. Sky died last January. Lucky was the daughter of Sky. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My old childhood cat who sadly passed away. Ooh, crikey. 2023 now. About almost 7 years ago now that I think about it. Yikes. Her name was originally Sky. She never got called it. She just got called Moggy. And it suited her better, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think I'm making an executive decision. I'm going to be doing the main in like a nice rich purple. So, to that end, I'm going to get some Vallejo purple ink. Of course, I still miss them, but they're both in a better place and had the best life they could have. Both died of the same heart issues. Oh. Just stopping by to see if I have honking points, which I do. See you Saturday. No problem, Mum, and thank you for stopping by anyway. See you on Saturday as well. Yeah, I mean, as old as she was, because she was like in her early 20s, that's how long we'd had her, before she passed away. There's still not a day that goes by that I don't miss my old childhood cat. But again, that's kind of the key thing. Like we gave her the best life possible. Sky was 16, Lucky was 13, so they got to a decent age. Problems took over, so we made the decision to end the suffering. As in my opinion, it's very inhumane to not do so. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, it was the same with Moggy. It was her kidneys that gave out in the end. In the end, we had no choice but to put her down. There was no sense making her suffer any more than she already had, or any more than she already was. But hey, I'll still have the memories. That's the important thing. Oh, thank you. Thank you for figuring it all out. I do like my synthwave, and the beauty about it is the vast majority of it is copyright free. Not that that matters anyway, because I just have the audio track muted for the VODs these days. But I have kind of grown to really, really like it. Definitely the age there where they had very good lives, why ruined at the end by slogging them through a painful process. Exactly. Exactly. It makes sense. That's why controversial stance, I know, but I am all in favour of euthanasia, because I feel like if we don't let our pets suffer through stuff like that, why should we let people suffer through that? I know it's a bit of a huge moral grey area, but I am very much of the opinion that people should have the ability to choose to die with dignity. Anyway, it's time for sleep. Can't sleep. I need to work at 6 a.m. instead of 4. Okay. Well, at least that's better. But good night, Nash. Thank you for stopping by. Even if it was only brief, it was still lovely to see you. Politics and hard discussion. Do definitely agree with that point. It's a matter of where do you draw the line. Well, yeah, absolutely. That's why I feel like consent is the important thing. That's why it's vitally important that you kind of get those details hammered out whilst you're still corpus mentis. Sadly, there's a lot of people out there who don't really think about that sort of thing, and then it ends up getting left too late. And then it's usually like left as the decision of some close family member to have to make that, and it's like, that's not really the kind of decision I would want to put on somebody else. I don't think it's fair, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, whatever decision that other person makes, they have to be the one that lives with it, not you. Whereas if you can happily turn around and say, well, it was what this person wanted when they were of sound mind to be able to make this kind of decision, then, you know, burden of responsibility is well and truly off your shoulders then. Sorry, this stream ended up in a very weird direction. I apologise for that. That doesn't normally happen. Those who are newer might still be sticking around off the back of the raids. And if you are, thank you, appreciate it. 31, but with where I live, with people not driving well and they're in their 80s and such, or to see such poor decisions being done, actually planning to do a living will. Yes. It's a good idea. Definitely a good idea. What else is a good idea? Colour shift paints. Right. Rather than trying to struggle through which ones to apply, I'm just going to pull them all out and have a think from there. If bits of my airbrush weren't already in the deep clean, because I've spent most of the afternoon running it, I would totally be using that to apply some of this, but instead I feel like... Main thing being, even if I'm alive and thriving, I don't want someone else to suffer as a consequence of me being stubborn, if that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. I'm of a very similar opinion. I definitely... I think what I might do, I might use this as the main base over the top of it. I don't think we'll use that. Not super sure about this. That could be interesting. Ooh. I think if we find a way to blend the 4 of these together across the whole court, that could be interesting. Right. I don't really want to waste these. Then again, I can easily wash them, so there is that, I guess. Right. Yeah, I like my colour shift paints. They're nice. They're good fun. I do quite like any excuse to be able to use them. Right, so if we work that, work this in towards the end. Like dual chrome sort of things, like shifting between 2 or 3. It depends. Some of them shift between 3, some of them between 2. Like this one shifts between green, blue, and violet. Then you've got this one, which is just red and gold. I don't actually know fully like how they're formulated or anything like that. I just know how they work. And they're pretty as hell. What? Don't even know what the heck that was. So I'm just trying to set up a workflow in my head. Yeah, there we go. And this stuff is sort of meant to be airbrushed on. But I find you can also just apply it straight out the bottle with a brush, and you get pretty damn good results if you do. And you can paint this over pretty much anything. but I find you do get the best results painting it over black. Just be careful if you're a brush licker like me, because they don't taste terribly good. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that is really quite pretty. I did say this kind of going to look like one of those holographic raincoats, and I'm all here for it. Like, it's slightly obscene in just how bright it is, but I love it. This is great. It's like some nail polish toppers I have, so shiny. Yeah, pretty much. I know you could, like, you can get those weird sorts of luster pigment powders specifically for nail polishes, and you can use those over the top of miniatures. I have seen some pretty amazing results done that way. My god, they actually, yeah, the way they bleed into each other actually looks really good. I'm actually, like, legit impressed with how this turned out. That is fantastic. That's came out so much better than I could have ever possibly hoped for. I love it. Right, I'm going to leave those to one side because I kind of get the feeling I'm going to be coming back to some of these. Like, yeah, genuinely, I am actually really over the moon with that. Right, let's get some Baharoth Blue and see if I can't work out the best way to blend the darker details into that lighter colour on our horse friend here. Ooh, okay, this actually works really well. Same from page also in a D&D campaign. Is it all amazing chaos that is inherent in a good D&D campaign? It is, yes. We were actually playing last night over on the Kitsune Adventures channel for the game we do every other Wednesday. We were helping to mediate an orc peace process that turned into, as these things usually do, into a massive tavern brawl. Just because someone happened to bring a bunch of cultists in amongst the delegation that we were supposed to be keeping an eye on. Or looking, no, it was the ones we were actually looking out for because they were supposed to be peaceful, and turns out they were anything but. So yeah, that turned into good old-fashioned chaos. It was fun. I do also run a D&D campaign, IRL, which has a couple of people from my viewership on Twitch in amongst them, mostly because they're just friends I have IRL as well. And that has its tendencies to be chaotic. It's a little less so. Anyway, I think what I'll do as well is I'll probably do a glaze of Ethermatic Blue over the top of this just to tie it all in together before going back into white for the highlights. I think might be a good idea. Was DM for the very first time ever last night too. I sat myself. Oh, I hope it went well for you though, otherwise. It's something I recommend everyone who at least has even a passing interest in D&D tries at least once. If nothing else, because a bit like with customer service, you kind of get an appreciation for the amount of work that goes into it. And if it does turn out that it actually is for you, then it sort of opens up a whole new way of enjoying the game, I find. A lot of fun. Did a small indie TTRPG as a summer camp horror game. So much fun because I love horror stories. Oh, I feel like I might have heard of this. Oh, crikey! What was the name of it? It's literally the idea of you're in the plot of a summer camp B movie horror film. Monsters and Counselors. That's it. Yes. I remember that. I definitely want to give it a go because it sounds like hilarious fun. I mean, it's basically Cabin in the Woods, the TTRPG. And I'm all for that. Okay, that's way too light. Let's pull that down a touch. Oh my god, the colour shift's almost fully dry in the coat and it looks amazing. I'm like genuinely love that. I actually want a coat like that. That looks fantastic. Can't think of any occasion I'd actually wear it, but heck, I'd find an excuse somehow. Hey! Big thank you to Finn of a Shark for the donation to the Pride Parade charity drive. Greatly appreciated. I had a very California dude as one of the counselors that the players loved, but their counselors couldn't stand. And they bullied me into making a nerdy counselor to tell them horror stories. A lot of random table sisters, a lot of fun. That does sound brilliant. I really am going to have to find that and give it a go. So I am going to let the cat out of the bag to some extent. One of the things I'm going to be doing for people in my Discord, I did mention this briefly earlier, which is that I'm thinking of doing something a little bit special. I'm actually thinking of running a Dark Heresy game for some of the peeps in the Discord. It won't be streamed, and it'll probably be on like a Sunday afternoon, every other Sunday. But it is a possibility. I just need to sit down and familiarize myself with the rules, because it's been a long time since I looked at Dark Heresy and since I've last played it myself. So I just need to sort of refresh my brain a bit with regards to it. But it is something that I might be doing soon, if people are interested. Leave the link if that helps somebody. $10 USD. Yeah, absolutely, go for it. We are a link-friendly chat, so you can shove it into the stream chat if you want to. I'd, however, recommend throwing it in the Discord, only because it'll be easier for me to find it later. Do that and tag you too? Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. But yeah, I do quite enjoy horror RPGs. Very much so. I used to run a lot of Call of Cthulhu back in the day, which is a game that pretty much lives and dies off its atmosphere. Oh, thank you. That's appreciated. There we are. Now that we've got some slightly dark colour in the recesses, we can have a look at bringing these back up to a highlight. And just neatening up some of what we worked on earlier. The by recent TTRPG 2, it's a bunch of grandmas are at a book club who end up solving murder mysteries. Oh, I love it. That's so wholesome. That's wholesome and brilliant fun as well. That's fantastic. Also, I just realised we're 2 followers away from hitting 600. That's amazing. Thank you all so much. I haven't decided if we're going to do anything special if we do manage to hit 600, but it's appreciated nonetheless. Numbers definitely help the reach and all that. Yeah, it reminds me sort of in a way of an old RPG that I stumbled across called The Laundry, which I'd like to do something with sometime, which is sort of the idea of a secret bureau that they don't necessarily investigate occult events or anything like that. They're usually the people that go in and clean up after them and do all the cover up work to try and sort of hide all the evidence and such. And that always sounded like a lot of fun. It's effectively like an RPG based around the BPRD from Hellboy, but not a Hellboy RPG. Since the RPG on my friend's bar called the Laundromat, essentially all the action takes place during the breaks as people from all different TTRPGs go to the laundromat to clean their clothes. Oh wow, that's meta as heck. I love it. I definitely appreciate meta stuff like that. There we are. Let's move into some Pro Krill Titanium White. Just for the brightest highlights on this horsey skin. And it also helps to smooth out some of these layers that we were working on earlier. There we go. Once we follow the WSR's more weather rules are very basic, but the possibilities of nonsense are endless. Oh, definitely. Can completely understand that. Right. We are are 2 hours in, and we're actually almost done with this. Well, at least done with some of the main details, at any rate. It's come as a little bit of a surprise, I'm not going to lie. For some reason I thought this was going to take a lot longer to get sorted out. Again, that's why it pays to do just like little one-off projects like this. Just little daft things I can get done in a single stream. Yeah, I'm thinking we go straight into Squid Pink. And we'll use this for the highlights on the trim and coat cuffs, as well as the combination cap there. Back from the land of ads. No problem at all. I apologise for that. Sadly, don't have a massive amount of control over the sheer overwhelming amount of ads Twitch seem to want to foist on people as of late. Rest assured, if I had a way of turning them off without losing my affiliate status, I would. Gotta get that money so no sweat. No problem at all. See you in a bit. Anyway, I'm just going to use where the creases fall on the back of the coat to determine where the highlights are going to be in these folds. Like so. I'll just make a quick mid-tone, just to sort of combine those two together. And again, we'll blend those two colors into each other like so. And we'll use it to highlight the edges of the combination cap there. We'll go back into the squid pink. We'll use this to very carefully completely flood that cuff apparently. That's not what I wanted to do at all, but here we are. Now let's put a bit of Warlord purple back into there. Take most of that off, and again just apply it on the edges of the cuff like so. And there we are, a fabulous coat, fabulous horsey. at least the fabulous horse he is in progress. I think what we'll do is we'll move in to some highlights on the horse's mane and tail. We'll just get a bit of blue violet here. Thin it down with a little bit of water. And sort of take the same approach as I would when painting human hair. Sort of imagine there's a bit of like a halo of light around its head, and where that halo drops, that's where we apply our highlights. Now it's going to work into the Warlord pink. And chuck in a couple of pink highlights into the mane there. And I apologise for anyone out there with kids who might look at this and go, they want one. Because this is sort of a one-of-a-kind thing. Yes, I will be putting it up for auction. But the original STL file doesn't include the tail, the unicorn horn, or the mane. That's all been sculpted with green stuff. So it's at least sort of unique-ish. And you know something? I'm pretty bloody happy with that. I think with the horn, what we'll do is we'll artificially go over the spiral that I tried to mold into the green stuff. It didn't quite take. Which means hopefully, once we get a couple of coats of this stuff on, you'll get a sense of the design and texture underneath once it fully dries. It might take a couple of coats for it to fully settle into place there. There we go. I think what we'll do as well is we will finish off the prismatic effect on the sword and then go from there. We'll probably stop this pretty soon and work back on this next week because I've got all month to do this. And I've kind of knocked it all out in one stream or sort of by accident. Which I'm not complaining about. And it does look pretty damn good. Hi, Ember. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just happy it's actually came out as well as it has. I thought my idea was going to be like utterly ridiculous and I was all prepared to lean into that, but actually looks pretty damn good.
Hi, I'm Lou.
Right, gonna get a little bit of glaze medium. I keep that to one side because I'm going to be using that quite a bit, I think. the same with the Baharoth blue on the other side. So a little bit of glaze medium, a little bit of Baharoth blue. What I find quite surprising is that this is taken quite so well. Like, instead of the two paints just sort of mixing in together, they're just sort of sitting side by side. It's got a weird bubblegummy taste. Somewhat unexpected. And so yeah, it's because of how bright the white is and how subtle this effect is. This does not show up in the camera in the slightest. Now we'll get a little bit of Gauss Blaster Green. Drop a glaze medium. Honestly, I quite like it. I think I could probably do doing it a little bit different though, but I quite like it in a way. It's kind of funky. It's not the way the colours have ended up mixing into each other. It's still kind of worked. It looks almost pearlescent without having used any of the colour shift paint. It's kind of funky. I think to finish it off, what I'll do is we'll get a little bit of glorious gold. We'll add a little bit of gold to the brocade as well. We'll also pick out the buttons as well. Just in a few of these little areas. Sort of buttons and belt buckles. I might redo the power sword. Not overly happy with it. But I'll have to wait for that to dry before I can come back to it, I think. I will, however, do its hilt just in the gold there. The temptation to do the horse's armor in gold as well. Yeah, let's do it. Not to worry, we will go back and neaten up some of these details later. For now, I just want to get some basic colours down. Now, we might hit this with a wash of Reichland Flesh Shade as well, just before we finish up. I'm also very much of the opinion that I have absolutely no clue whatsoever to do. No clue whatsoever what colour to do the gas mask in, but we shall deal with that. We'll deal with that next time, I think. For now, I just want to get this gold armour base coated, and we'll probably leave it there. Okay, that I think it was red gold. Yeah, red gold colour shift that I've applied on the horn there. It's had an interesting effect. Because painting it over white, I wasn't entirely certain the colours were going to show up. But more so than anything else, it's kind of left there's a lot of pink in the pigment that then shifts it into gold. And that's just kind of left behind. So it kind of looks almost pink. Well, I am kind of digging it. Like, it actually looks fairly stunning. Right, we'll probably finish these last little bits up. And then we'll call it there for the night. And we'll see if there's anybody else live for Fabulous Marines that we can share the love to. Oh, one more thing I do want to do. It's going to go back into our pink mixture from earlier. I'm just going to do this strap along the back there. And we'll go back over the buttons on that in some gold at a later time. But there we are. So far, we have our Pride Parade Commisar. Ready to spread the love and acceptance for all of our brothers and sisters and non-binary siblings, our nibblings as it were, all across the Imperium. And he's ready to do it in style. Right. We're not done with them yet. There's still quite a bit more to do, but we can do that next time. For now, though, I do want to give out a couple of shout-outs, and as I say, we'll see if we can share the love to somebody else for the Pride Parade. So, who else is streaming for Fabulous Marines? Let's have a look. just as a heads up, I will be back, same bat time, same bat channel, 8 p.m. BST. Fingers crossed, actually on time this time. On Saturday. Sorry, my internet's having some difficulty at the moment. Very strange, having difficulty actually loading Twitch in. Don't quite know what's going on there. But yes, we will be back on Saturday for our horror video game stream. We'll be playing Chapter 2 of Poppy Playtime. So we're quite excited and looking forward to that. And if you want to catch me finishing off the rest of my entry for Fabulous Marines, that will be this time next week on Thursday. Otherwise, Sunday we'll be playing something cozy. More than likely Farm Flipper. And on Monday we'll be back on with Vashtor. Okay, yeah, my Twitch isn't really working at the moment, and I don't quite know why. But I can see Flickster is live at the moment, and I'm pretty sure he's playing. I'm pretty sure he's painting something up for Fabulous Marines. I'd be able to tell you if that were deciding to work, and it's not for whatever ungodly reason. I genuinely blame Twitch for this. This is more than a little ridiculous. Ah, there we are. Perfect. Right. Okay. Who is... Shiro Senpai. We did, however, raid him the other night, so let's not. Flix has been painting for like 4 hours, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to be heading off soon. So yeah, I'll just chuck you all at Shiro Senpai, who's painting up some fabulous night haunts. Right, I will see you all next time. Bye!